Hello guys, this is GeekSquad16 and welcome to my new Let's Play. A game under license by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. South Peak Interactive. And I think that's all the... Oh, no, we got one more. Infogrames, I think is what this is. No, it's Sinister Games. Huh, never heard of that company. And judging by the tone of that first to note, I had to skip that to avoid copyright, so sorry about that, guys. Welcome to my Let's Play of the Dukes of Hazzard Racing for Home. This game, which came out for the PlayStation 1 in the late 90s, I think it also came out for the Sega Dreamcast as well, was based on probably one of the most famous TV shows out there, and probably one of my all-time favorite TV shows, The Dukes of Hazzard. And, let's see, The Dukes of Hazzard ran from 1978 to 1985, and it had 7 seasons. And yeah, it was one of my favorites all the time. And one of my favorite, like I said, favorite shows of all time. And trying to figure out what I was going to say there, but been watching this show ever since I was probably just a little kid. I can't remember how I got into the Dukes of Hazzard. I just remember watching it when I was a little kid back then. This was way after the Dukes of Hazzard, the last episode aired. This was on the OTNN days. So yeah, I'll get more into that later, but let's go ahead and get started here. This is more like a mission game. Let's see here. We'll put in my name here. If the stick would go down. I'm playing this on my PlayStation 2 instead of PlayStation 1 because the game disc will not work on my PlayStation 1. But it works pretty good here on the PlayStation 2. If I go with the R. Oh, okay. Come on. Yeah, it's hitting the button here, but it's not responding. If it has a delayed reaction, what kind of sucks. Okay, come on. Okay, no, we'll just keep it as player though. Screw it. Let's see. Okay, what the heck? There we go. Okay, it was a delayed reaction. I don't know what happened there. I was pressing the X button and it just would not select.
Folks, welcome to Hazzard County. Time tends to stand still here, and that's just the way we like it. This is Bo and Luke Duke. They're cousins. And the car they're driving is none other than the General Lee. The General Lee is one of Hazzard's most famous landmarks. Well, it would be if the land could do about 120 miles an hour. You see, the General is one of the fastest cars this side of Daytona. And folks, that's out on the coast. Right now, the Duke boys are breaking in a rebuilt engine in order to get the General ready for the upcoming Hazzard County Overland Race.
Yee-haw! The General is running smoother than molasses on the 4th of July.
You got that right, cousin. Cooter sure has outdone himself this time.
Hey, Luke, let's see how she does against the jumping skunk river.
All right, first let's warm him up a little bit more. Take us into the fairgrounds, see what the General can do.
Okay, so basically we heard the good voice of Waylon Jennings, who is known as the Balladeer throughout the Dukes of Hazzard TV series. Nothing like Waylon, huh? Oh, exactly. You know, those boys got themselves into trouble or something like that. Alright, so basically all we're going to be doing is driving, and there's missions in this game. Now the first mission, we just got to do 2 laps around the fairgrounds. Not that hard, really. So, here we go. So basically, they're going to just get you used to the controls and how your vehicle drives, so... And it's, yeah. So basically, the X button is to go, your control pad is what steers, circle button is your horn, and also used for different power-ups that you collect throughout the map, so yeah. this is all it is. It's not that long of a game, so I don't know how long this is going to take me. So beat. But while we're doing this, I guess I should go ahead and mention about my history of the Dukes of Hazzard. If I don't flip the car over, or the General Lee. Ow! Where'd that guy come from? Yes, I know I'm going the wrong way. Thank you, car reset. There's different power-ups you can get. I'll explain them once we get them. But anyways, guys, Dukes of Hazzard. Like I said, it's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. I've been watching this since I was a little kid. On the old TNN. When it aired on TNN. That's when we first got introduced to the Dukes of Hazzard. Trying to think of some other stuff. I don't know how I got into it. That is one of those deals that this show is awesome. It's still awesome today. Okay, what I got there, this right here, is a nitrous boost. Gives your car a temporary boost of speed. And the other power-up I picked up is the arrows. The only way you can use these arrows is if you're trying to stop a vehicle. Which we'll be using the arrows here later on. So yeah, Dukes of Hazzard is the reason why I like the color orange, because I like the color the General Lee is. So, and of course, this is the reason why the General Lee is also why I like the 1969 Dodge Charger, which is what the General Lee is. I think they tore up over 300 General Lee 69 Dodge Chargers, because whenever they did the spectacular jumps that they did, it ended up tearing up the car all to pieces. I mean, see the fenders cave in, and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, you recognize some of the actors here. Now, the person that played Bo Duke in this, well, in the game, is not the original one. The original one is, of course, John Snyder. But hey, the person that acted out as Luke Duke, which is Tom Wopat, is actually in this game. Of course, you have Waylon Jennings, the balladeer, which I thought was pretty cool. And yeah, so there we go, guys. That's the first mission. Pretty simple and...
Crazy Cooter the lost sheep, crazy Cooter the lost sheep. Y'all got your ears on? Hey, y'all, I just seen two hombres with ski masks and mean-looking pistols climbing into Uncle Jesse's truck.
All right, old man. Scoot over. We're going for a ride.
Now, just hold on, son. You be careful where you point that thing.
Well, it seems the Hazzard County Bank was just robbed. Now, folks, you can be sure that old Boss Hogg is going to find some way to blame this on the Dukes.
Rosco, what kind of sheriff are you? They're getting away with my money. Well, don't just stand there, numbskull. They're getting away.
Don't you worry, chubby little buddy. I'll catch him, dude. Or my name isn't Rosco P. Coltrane.
Well, your name is Mud if I don't get my money.
Keep a pedal to the metal and your gown down. I'm gone. They took off out of town going north on Highway 126. I'm heading towards Possum Creek to cut them off.
We'll meet you there.
Oh, so apparently some of the strange things that happened in Hazzard. The Hazzard County Bank was just robbed. And the two masked men climbed to Uncle Jesse's truck, and now Boss Hogg thinks Bo and Luke is part of this.
Hey, Luke.
As usual.
I'm awful sorry, but I gotta pull y'all over. Please pull over, bud.
No, Enos, you're gonna have to try to pull us. No, Enos, you're gonna have to. Yeah. But that's Enos Strait, played by Sonny Shorter, who was around for the first season. But seasons 1 through 3, and then took a hiatus from season 4, then came back in season 5 and stayed there for the rest of the series. And
I'm on Highway 126. I just saw Uncle Jesse's truck heading into Farmer's Loop.
so that was Daisy Duke, who was played by Catherine Bach, and told Bo and Luke that Jesse's truck is turned off in Farmer's Loop. So that's where we gotta go. So basically, we gotta find Uncle Jesse's truck. That's not that hard. You just gotta stay on this path, and I think Luke at one point wants to say you gotta turn left up here, or turn right, or something. Oh yeah, this right here, this oil can, that is an oil slick. So it'll cause your enemies and stuff, the person that's hot on your tail, to actually lose control of their vehicles. So yeah, I'm doing this to slow Enos down. But yeah, Boss Hogg, who's the county commissioner of Hazzard County, who was played by Sora Book. Okay, right here, turn left. Played by Sora Book. Oh, dang it, Enos. You don't want to go the wrong way, or else, if you go in there too much, you go out of bounds, you actually fail the mission, so. Okay, so we're getting close to the end. Enos, get out of here, please! And yes, there's a damage meter, that little car icon right down there in the bottom right corner of the screen. That's how much damage your car is taking. How much damage the car is. If it gets in the red too much, the car will be too damaged where it won't be able to move anymore. So yeah. Boss Hogg, who is played by Sora Book, is the county commissioner. He always comes up with some scheme to make an extra buck and to frame Bo and Luke and put them in jail. And I'll explain more on Bo and Luke here in just a minute. But now, we found Uncle Jesse's truck and the bad guys. But what does the bad guys do?
Jeez, let's get out of here.
They're gonna make them run for it because they see Bo and Luke coming in the General League. So you guys probably guess what this mission's gonna be.
Let's go get him, boy.
Okay, we need to pull over Uncle Jesse's truck. Now there's a new meter at the bottom left. Pull over. And so you need to damage your object, which is Uncle Jesse's truck, into a number that gets in the red where you completely slow it down. Now be on the lookout for arrows, because Luke will come out and will get his bow and arrow out and will start shooting the vehicle. So yeah. So yeah, just damage the truck as much as you can here. Just keep on running into it. And here's arrows. And now there'll be a target cursor right there. Whenever you see the target cursor whenever you see the target right there, that's when you should take your shot. Okay, you gotta get close enough to it so Luke can actually shoot the arrows. There's something with the bow and arrow here because Bo and Luke, see, the Duke family used to run moonshine, but most of the people did in the South back in the day since the Prohibition era, since alcohol was banned. Basically, Bo and Luke got caught and was going to sentenced to jail. However, I think but Uncle Jesse and the lawyers or something made a deal with the U.S. of A. government to make sure that in the short of Bo and Luke's freedom, that he wouldn't stop making shine. If Bo and Luke would get probation, which means they cannot touch guns or go out of the county line unless it's without permission. So yeah, that's why they use bow and arrows to defend themselves. They can't even use guns to defend themselves. So there we go. That's how you stop Uncle Jesse's truck. But the cutscene shows the General League getting in front and doing that.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, they're not going to even put up a fight? Come on.
Now, hold on, boys. You got to get the mortgage payment to the bank by 4 o'clock or we'll lose the farm.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we're going to be on a race against time. We got to get the mortgage payment because Uncle Jesse's farm, he's paying a mortgage on it. We got to make sure it gets to the bank by a certain time or else they'll lose the farm. And you may notice throughout the series, but wait a minute. Uh-oh. Oh yes, so we have Rosco P. Coltrane, played by James Best, everyone called him Jimmy. God rest his soul. James Best. Sheriff Rosco is the crooked sheriff who's basically on the right side of Boss Hogg, who helps out Boss Hogg with his schemes, so I guess you could say. And he is I swear, James Best was the best actor to play Rosco. I mean, it was just awesome, and him and Boss Hogg make a good comedy team. Now, you may notice that some of the voice actors were not in this game that were not from the original series, like Bo Duke. I don't know why John Schneider didn't play Bo Duke in the game. But this game actually came out with a sequel years and years ago. Came out with a sequel, so if I don't mind. Came out with the sequel, so and John Schneider was in that one, I think. But Uncle Jesse is played by a different actor than the original, which was Denver Powell. At this time when this game came out, Denver Powell passed away. Same with Sorrel Book. Sorrel Book who played Boss Hogg, passed away way before this game came out. I think it's back in 93 or 94. I think it's 1994.
You're gonna want to turn left up here.
Okay, so you got a bit. There we go. Made it there before time expired. Made it to the bank. Now let's hand it over our mortgage payment. And of course, here comes Sheriff Rosco up behind our tail. And here comes Daisy Duke.
Freeze! Rosco, we ain't got time for this.
Well, you're gonna make time. Or should I say do time? You are all under arrest.
Under arrest? For what?
On account of robbing the Hazzard County Bank.
Mr. Hogg, Sheriff, did the masks look like the ones on the guys in my patrol car? I just arrested these fellas, and I got the money right here.
First things first. Our mortgage payment. Right on time.
My money.
Ain't it nice to see someone being reunited with their loved one?
Yeah, in this case, Waylon and Boss Hogg and his money.
Boy, we sure cut it close yesterday.
Any later, you know Boss wouldn't have thought twice about wrapping his fingers around Uncle Jesse's farm.
Let's just win the Overland Race and pay off the farm once and for all.
Yeah, but we better get going or we miss the sign-up.
Yeah, so now we're going to get the sign up for the Hazzard County Overland Race. So that's our next goal right here for Bo and Luke. We got to make it to the fairgrounds, sign up for the race, and yeah. Wait till it gets done loading here. And
Oh, you Duke boys. I caught you speeding. I'm taking you in and cuffing you and stuffing you.
We ain't got time for this. Let's see if we can lose him.
but on the way there, we ran into one of Sheriff Roscoe's speed traps. Scuff your vehicle. That was your own fault there, Roscoe. Yeah, the one thing about Sheriff Roscoe, he loves Hot Pursuit, and you know, the controllers in this game are kind of iffy. So yeah, we gotta lose Roscoe. And in classic Dukes of Hazzard fashion, for those of you that have watched the show for a long time, should know how we're going to lose Sheriff Roscoe if he doesn't quit pushing me.
Hold her steady, Bo.
Oh, I dive in the water. Oh, because there was a freaking van right there. What the frig? Yeah, there was a van that was blocking the ramp, so the General Lee can jump over the river. So yes. In almost every Dukes of Hazzard episode, the Duke boys would lose the police by jumping over the river, and of course the sheriff's car or deputy's car would end up in the water.
We ain't got time for this. Let's see if we can lose him.
So yeah, let's try this again. We just gotta basically lose old Sheriff Roscoe. Oh man! Horrendous crash there for Roscoe. And yeah, Sheriff Roscoe loves Hot Pursuit, and he loves his dog Flash, which was a Basset Hound. He hated Flash always hated Boss Hogg, but loved Roscoe, and he loved the Dukes. Oh my God! I missed the ramp completely right there. I mean, I missed it completely. I dove right into the water. I did not mean that. I thought I was lined up with the ramp. But no, I wasn't. Wow.
Oh, you Duke boys. I caught you speeding. I'm taking you in and cuffing you and stuffing you.
Yeah. Yes, cuff us and stuff us. That's what he says every time. Well, I'm gonna cuff and stuff. I think I botched it miserably. And that was a horrendous crash. He always says that. Talking about Roscoe. Roscoe, what are you doing? He's trying to stop us, but Roscoe has yet to catch the Duke boys for good. I mean, he's caught them a few times due to car trouble and other stuff, and other shenanigans. And for most Dukes of Hazzard plots, was actually make their jump this time. That was perfect. Only the General Lee, folks. But yeah, you know, most Dukes of Hazzard, Boss Hog will always try to make a deal with the bad guys, making extra money and to frame the Dukes. Which, and always, and in the end, Bone Luke will always seem to stop the bad guys. So yeah. Alright, so we just gotta lose Rosco here. I think we'll get to a certain point, and it will say, Luke will come out here and say, I think we gotta turn right. Come on, dang it. A little shortcut up here we can take, going a little bit cross country. Okay, so right here, I think we made it. Okay, so the next cutscene, probably one of the vintage Dukes of Hazzard, right here. Here comes General Lee being pursued. General Lee jumps over the creek, and Rosco is gonna go for a dive.
You got your ears on? You boys better get up here to the fairgrounds fast. I'll try to keep you busy at the sign-up table.
She's right, Bo. We best get a move on.
Rosco, he's going to have to call Cooter yet again because he's curving to the river for the 100th time. But anyways, guys, so next time on Let's Play the Dukes of Hazzard Racing for Home,
Better hurry up or we ain't gonna make it.
we gotta make it to the fairgrounds within the time limit so we won't miss the sign-up for the Hazzard County Overland Race. Will Bo and Luke be able to make it in time? Find out in the next video. So till then, this is GeeSquad16 signing out. Later.